In this Zoho CRM Beginners tutorial, I'll show you how to get the most out of the all-new design Zoho CRM for everyone. Now, I'm Drew Brockbank, founder of Brockbank Consulting and a lead Zoho partner, and I've set up Zoho for over 141 organizations. Here's the important details for the changes in the Zoho CRM for everyone design. So we're going to start at the top left here, and you can see that we have a small sidebar menu with a couple items. So we've got the module section here that we can flip to. Modules are just different record types inside of Zoho. You can also not just only have record types here, you can add web tabs and things like that. So it's different sections. Then you have reports. Reports are tabular reports. You can see here, it's just like building a spreadsheet report, pretty straightforward. Then you've got analytics. Now, as opposed to a tabular report, while you can create a tabular report, it allows you to have multiple reports on the same page. That's what a dashboard is. You can create multiple dashboards there. You can have this, My Requests section. You have Marketplace, which just allows you to access different popular integrations between the Zoho platform, Google, Microsoft. You can build your own extension, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok. Then you've got Marketplace, which allows you to extend the functionality of Zoho CRM by downloading extensions made by third parties. Okay. Sometimes the extensions are made by Zoho, but usually most of these are from third parties. And then you can see all the extensions you've installed and then all of the updates that you need to run for your existing extensions that you have in your system. So the big thing here is you have this first menu for the popular sections of Zoho at a high level, and then you can drill down into different sections from there. Now, this might seem like too much for you, but the reason that this is happening is we want to be less clicks away from getting to things. So it's useful to just have these sections here. Also, the bigger the system gets, the more nuance there has to be to the system so that not everyone has access to everything. Okay, so that's why these sections are kind of expanding, and we have team spaces is been released just so there's more organization here. The more organization there is, the better the system is built for scale. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these changes. Okay, so with that, now that we've gone through each of these major sidebar menus, the only one other two to mention there is search for a record. You can get to that by hitting /, and / will just pop open the, you can see here if we hit / right here, click search a record or / and it pops up too. So just allows you to search right there. Then you have Ask Zia. So it's kind of like using ChatGPT, except it has the context of your system, can answer questions from Zoho's knowledge base, and can trigger actions too, which is great. You also have Add New here. So if you want to add a record really quickly, this existed in the old version, but it's just at the bottom left instead of the top right there. So add a new record. You can go to your calendar, which you can integrate with popular calendars like Microsoft and Google. You also have emails, which you can integrate with popular services like Google, Microsoft. And then you have signals, which are notifications in the system. Setup, it's one of the big changes, right? If you go to setup, you're going to see it's not a full page now. It's just a section on the left-hand side. And you're able to change these different sections from this. So from this section, you can determine what shows up here. So if you go to setup and customize setup, you can change these sections by going to this section. Unfortunately, you're not able to click into the different menu items right here. It's in the sidebar menu, but you can just search very quickly for anything you're looking to change, and it will pop up right there for you can just click. So I'm search first anyways, like I always search for menu items. So this actually makes my life, this doesn't really change much for me because I'm just going to search for it anyways. But if you want to scroll through all the different sections, you can scroll through there. Or if at first you want to see a full page, you can go here and say, actions is an automation, great. And then you can go to actions and automations. Okay, so that's the big change there as well. Now we're going to jump back out of here, and I'm going to show you that there is this more actions button, which is interesting because it allows you to access items that you used to have to go through the setup menu for. Now you can access it really quickly here. And so add fields allows you to very quickly add different fields to the layout for that specific record type, which is great. And then you can also go to right here, you can go to add layout. And then that's just basically a tab group for a record. It just determines which fields are going to show up. I don't love layouts because it can get a tad confusing for the user perspective, but you can add a layout right here very quickly. You can add buttons to the record. It's better to show you like this. You can add fields to this layout, right? You can add layouts to this record. You can add buttons to this record view. You can add a canvas view. And a canvas view just allows you to take essentially full control of the front end. You can think of canvas view like Adobe Illustrator for Zoho CRM. It allows you to be very specific in the way that you want to see information for record types and list views. And it gives you templates to start with, so you don't have to start from scratch, which is great. Then you've got wizards, web forms, layout rules, validation rules, client scripts. All these different menu options are now available to you very quickly to just be able to click on. Okay, manage and share. You have this manage and share here, module permission, manage module sharing rules, which is very useful. So if you want to manage who has access to the module, you can do that very quickly instead of getting buried through the setup menu here. You can just click on the 3 dots, go to manage and share, and there you go. You also have organized modules, so you can take full control of how this sidebar looks, and you can add an additional layer of organization through folders. Now, I'm not a huge folder person. I'm a doom scroller. I'm okay with doom scrolling. I'm just search first, right? So like if I need to search for something, I'm just going to search leads instead of like access like a different folder and be like, is it in this folder? No, I'm just going to search for it. So folders aren't huge for me, but I can see why it's useful for many users. And you can also, after adding a folder, let me just show you here how to add it. Go here and add a folder. See the folders popped up now at the bottom. And let's say I call this marketing. Then I could have my marketing folder and just have these specific, and I can choose here the marketing folder. I can choose specific modules that are relevant to this folder so that I can further organize my view here. So you can see I have my core modules one. This one's, I like having that one there, but I don't go too crazy with it. And we don't want to remove modules and delete folder. We want to move modules and delete folder. So we'll just do that. I want to delete everything there. I'm going to save it, and there you go. You can further customize this. Also, you can add modules right from this button, so you don't have to go into that section here for organized modules in order to do that. You can just go up to the plus, and then you can go to the different modules you want to add to the core modules or whatever folder you're working in, which is useful too. Now that is the more actions section and the organized modules. Let's talk about team spaces. So team spaces here is useful because the more your system grows, the more you're going to need team spaces, or the more users that join your system, the more you're going to need team spaces, because team spaces determines who has access to what. So let's say I just am in the marketing team space, right? I'm on the marketing team. I only need access to certain record types. I don't need access to everything in the system. Well, with team spaces, you can do that very quickly. So I can just add someone to this specific team space, right? Selected users, there's just one user. I can add whatever users I feel are relevant to this department or team within the system. And then they'll have access to the modules I determine. You can see that here. If I go to edit, I choose which modules, see, add modules here, will be associated to the different team and what they need to be able to see. So it's very useful. I can also determine if they should have access to reports, dashboards, and then their permissions, which is very, very useful. Also, one person doesn't just have to be on one team. One person can be on multiple teams, hence multiple team spaces showing up here at the left, bottom left corner here. If I click on CRM team space, then I can see all the different modules here because this is a general team space that has pretty much everything. And then I can just manage my team spaces at a high level. I can use this one as my default. So it's the one that is by default selected when I enter the system. I can create additional team spaces here, and then I can control that very quickly. So I can determine who has access to what. And then if you're familiar with the previous design, team spaces are basically tab groups. Just determines what tabs show up. They're associated to a certain group. Tabs, modules, record types, it's all the same thing here. Next thing is we've got this manage module section. So new org module means, hey, we want to add a new record type for everybody. If I click on new org module, this is what pops up. And then this specific module, I'm just creating the different fields that would exist on this record type, would be available to everybody. Or I can go over to new team module. Now the difference is org module is for every user. Team module are for users specific to a team space. Okay, so that's the big difference there. I go to new team module. Then I go over to use this template. Then I can go over to create expense tracking. The module is being created. We'll give this a second to load up. And now we have expense tracking. Okay, to grant user access to the module, click the three dots, go to manage user access, and assign users as admin managers. Blah, 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 blah. So now I can go here. I can go over to manage user access. I can determine who will have access to this specific module that I've created. Okay, so this is not available to everyone. I have to grant access to the expense tracking module here. I can also go into marketing. Then I can go over to add modules, go to expense tracking, and I can add that and then save. So now when I go into marketing, you're going to see expense tracking, right? So that is very useful to be able to do very quickly. The add new team module too, the nice thing is you can start with a template. So you can view the template first and say, okay, these are the different fields in the record type. Great, I'm going to use this instead of recreating the wheel. I'm just going to use a template. You can also create the module using Zia. So let me show you that section here. I'm going to go back to the plus and then create module using Zia. Essentially what you're allowed to do here is you can, like you were interacting with an AI chatbot, you can say, hey, I create a module for my Zoho clients. And of course, we have accounts, we have contacts that we can use, but let's just say we wanted to create an organization module here. It will take its best guess at which fields would be relevant to your request. So we're going to give this a second to load up. But essentially what Zia, which is Zoho's AI assistant, is doing is it's looking at the description that I gave for the module. And it is created now different fields for me that I can very quickly look over and say, you know what, that seems right. The other thing is it guesses which field type is required. So you're definitely going to want to look over this, but it just gives you a jump start into creating those fields. Okay, so that's a custom module that I can create very quickly using AI instead of doing it manually and taking more time. Create folder, you can create a folder very quickly right here. This is just a folder for the side. If I just want to do new demo folder, you can see here if I create it, it's going to show up here. Here's my demo folder, and I can create that very, very quickly from the plus icon now, which is great. I can save that. Then I can go back to the plus icon. We have associate modules together. So associate modules to a team space. I can just say, hey, look, I want the home to be a part of not just the root, which is without a folder. I can click on done here, and then you can see here that because I hit plus associate folders or modules, all the modules that are not currently associated to this team space are available here for me to assign. Or in other words, if I want to add other record types here, I can just go to plus associate modules. I can click the ones that aren't available that I want to be available, because you can see here now they've popped up. Of course, they're already a part of the CRM team space, but if I'm a part of multiple teams, I'll be a part of multiple team spaces there. So with that, those are the major changes inside of Zoho CRM for everyone.